Good day, students. Welcome to online mathematics class with Mr. Humphrey C. It is another time for mathematics. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you can do so today. The topic we are considering today is factorization of perfect squares. Factorization of perfect squares. Perfect squares are numbers or algebraic expressions that can be expressed as the product of their factors. For example, 1 equals 1 times 1, which is equal to 1 raised to the power 2. 4 equals 2 times 2, which is equal to 2 raised to the power 2. B squared equals B times B, which is equal to bracket open B bracket close raised to the power 2. 9y squared equals 3y times 3y, which is equal to bracket open 3y bracket close raised to the power 2, etc. You can see for each of the numbers or expressions that they can be expressed as the product of their factors. However, 5y raised to the power 2 cannot be expressed as the product of its factors. Hence, it is not a perfect square. Recall how to factorize x raised to the power 2 plus 2xy plus y raised to the power 2. And that's what we are going to do now. X raised to the power 2 times y raised to the power 2 will give us x raised to the power 2, y raised to the power 2. That is multiplying the first term by the last term. You get this. We are going to make use of it. So the next thing now is to get the factors such that when you multiply them, that's two factors such that when you multiply them, you get the last term. And when you add them, you get the second term. And that's what we're going to do now. Factors. The factors are xy and xy. So we now multiply xy times xy will give us x squared, y squared. Then we now go to additional sum. Sum of factors xy plus xy will give us 2xy. Therefore, x raised to the power 2 plus 2xy plus y raised to the power 2, that is the problem given the question, will give us x raised to the power 2 plus xy plus xy plus y raised to the power 2. You can find out from here that the 2xy in the question have been replaced with xy plus xy. This is to enable us to divide the expressions into two groups. Now, in the two groups, we find the HCF of each of the groups so that we can use the HCF to divide the expressions in each of the groups. So the first expression, the HCF, that is x raised to the power 2 plus xy. The HCF is x. So we now divide with x. X divide x raised to the power 2 will give us x. That's what you see in the first bracket. Let's open a bracket, have x. Then we now add plus. X divide xy will give us y. We close the bracket. We go to the next bracket. Xy plus y raised to the power 2. The HCF is y. So y divide xy will give us x. Y divide y raised to the power 2 will give us y. Plus divide plus. That's why you have that plus here. The answer is plus. So we'll now go to the next step. Because in the two brackets, you can see the same expression. So you bring down 1. You go to the next bracket. You pick the first term before the first bracket and the first term before the second bracket and bring them into one bracket. That's how you have bracket open s plus y bracket close. So if you multiply the two, if you look at the two very well, you see that they are similar. So if you multiply them, you are going to get 1 raised to the power 2. What that is one of them raised to the power 2. That's what we call perfect square. Now go to examples. Factorize the following. 1 minus 4ab plus 4a squared. 2 a squared plus 4ab plus 4b squared. 3 9y squared minus 12y plus 4. 4a squared plus 12ab plus 9b squared. Solutions. 1 minus 4a plus 4a squared. We also do what is right for us to do, that is to multiply the first term by the last term. So we have 1 times 4a squared, which will give us 4a squared. Now we get a factor such that when you multiply, you get 4a squared, and when you add, you get minus 4a. The factors are minus 2a times minus 2a, which will give us 4a squared. Then what about the sum? Sum of factors will have minus 2a plus minus 2a, which will give us minus 4a. Therefore, 1 minus 4a plus 4a squared equals a minus 2a plus 4. what we have done there is to replace the minus 4a by minus 2a minus 2a so that we can have 4 terms. By having these 4 terms, it will enable us to divide the terms into 2 groups of each 2 terms. So we now do that. That is what we just said now. We omitted a squared. So what we are supposed to have there is 1 minus 2a minus 2a plus 4a squared. So from the first group, which is 1 minus 2a, the HCF is 1. So we now divide with 1. 1 divide 1 will give us 1. That's what we have in the first place after opening the bracket. So 1 divide minus 2a, we have minus 2a. We'll go to the next group. That's 2 minus 2a plus 4a squared. The HCF there is minus 2a. We divide minus 2a by minus 2a, we have 1. The minus divide plus, we have minus. 2a divide 4a squared, we have 2a. We close the bracket. Then, having seen that what we can see in the 2 brackets are the same, you bring 1 down. Then also bring down the first term before the first bracket and the first term before the second bracket. That is 1 minus 2a. Put it in a bracket. Now, if you look at if you look at the expressions in the 2 brackets, they are the same. So if you multiply them, you are going to get raised to power 2 of the term of the expression. So that's what we call perfect square. Go to number 2. A raised to power 2 plus 4ab plus 4b squared. But a raised to power 2 times 4b squared equals 4a squared b squared. Factors, that is the numbers you multiply to get 4b squared. 2ab times 2ab equals 4a squared b squared. Then sum, that is the number you add to get 4ab. We have 2ab plus 2ab, which is equal to 4ab. Therefore, a squared plus 4ab plus 4b squared will give us a squared plus 2ab plus 2ab plus 4b squared. Then we now take the HCF, which is a for the first group. We have a divide a squared will give us a divide 2ab will give us 2b. Close the bracket, we go to the next one, plus 2b, that is the HCF of 2ab plus 4b squared. Then we now divide 2ab by 2b, we have a. We now divide 4b squared by 2b, we have 2b. Then for the plus here, plus divide plus is plus. Close the bracket. Then we now bring down one expression out of the 2 expressions in the 2 brackets since they are the same. Then we now also pick the first term before the first bracket and the term before the second bracket, put them into a bracket. Then if you multiply them, you have a plus 2b raised to power 2. That is perfect square. Number 3, 9y squared minus 12y plus 4. But 9y raised to power 2 times 4 equals 36y squared. That is multiplying the first term by the last term. Then we have the factor. That is the numbers, the factors, so that when you multiply, you get 36y squared, and when you add, you have minus 12y. The factors are minus 6y times minus 6y, which will give us 36y squared. Remember that minus times minus is plus. The sum of factors, minus 6y plus minus 6y will give us minus 6y minus 6y, which is minus 12y. Therefore, 9y squared minus 12y plus 4 equals 9y squared minus 6y minus 6y plus 4. So you now take the HCF of the first group, which is 9y squared minus 6y, which is 3y. So 3y divided 9y squared will give us 3y. Then it's also 3y divided minus 6y will give us minus 2. You go to the next section, which is y plus 6y plus 4. The HCF is minus 2. So minus 2 divided minus 6y will give us 3y. So minus divide minus there. That's minus divide plus will give us minus. So 2 divided 4 is 2. So you close the bracket. We now have that. Well, we now have that. If you bring it down, you now have 3y minus 2 and the 3y minus 2. So the last thing we are supposed to have here, which is not here, is equal to, bracket open, 3y minus 2, bracket close, all raised to power 2. That is to make it perfect square. The next is number 4. 4a squared plus 12ab plus 9b squared. We start with 4a squared times 9b squared, which is equal to 36a squared b squared. The factors, 6ab times 6ab will give us 36a squared b squared. Sum of factors, that is the same factors we multiply the first time. This one is to add. 6ab plus 6ab will give us 12ab. Therefore, 4a squared plus 12ab plus 9b squared will give us 4a squared plus 6ab plus 6ab plus 9b squared. We now go to the first group, which is 4a squared plus 6ab. The HCF, highest common factor, is 2a. Then 2a divided 4a squared will give us 2a. That's what you see. That is the first term immediately after the opening of the bracket. So we'll now go to the next one, which is 2a divided 6ab. We'll have 3b. We'll go to the next bracket. We'll go to the next group, which is 6ab plus 9b squared. The SCF is 3b. Then 3b divide 6ab will give us 2a. 3b divide 9b squared will give us 3b. 3b. We'll now bring it down as we did the other time. We'll bring it down. We'll have equals bracket open 2a plus 3b bracket close bracket open 2a plus 3b bracket close, which is equal to bracket open 2a plus 3b bracket close all raised to power 2 perfect square. Before you is the exercise. When you must have gone through the teaching, if you have questions, you ask your question or questions, so I'll be able to give you feedback so that you know the lesson very well, understand it very well. Then you now come over here and do your exercise. I'm still online with you. Do your exercise, submit it so that I'll be able to mark it, so that you'll be able to know if you perform well or if you are not getting it. Thank you very much.